When this 13-year-old girl gave birth, her life took an unexpected turn. Maddie Lambert and her boyfriend Isaac were two young people in a relationship. He was 15 and she was 13 when they started dating. He was her first real boyfriend and the two of them got along really well. They were both in love and their young love was reckless. The duo never thought about the consequences of their action as long as they were having fun. Everyone thought their relationship was going well, but things changed on Maddie's sister's birthday. They had been dating for over 5 months, but on this day Isaac broke up with her. He stated that because they were in different high schools and he felt things were changing, so he thought it was best to end the relationship. The 13-year-old was devastated by the news. She loved Isaac so much and their breakup was very hard for her to take. The teenager was so depressed and sick that she couldn't even leave the house. Maddie and every member of her family also had stomach viruses. However, the young girl's illness lasted longer than every other person's. As a result, her mom took her to the hospital where they took her blood and ran a couple of tests on it. The family was on vacation when they got the results of the test. Maddie knew something was wrong when her mom called her into the room, although she wasn't sure she had a fair idea of what it might be. Doctors told the girl's mom that her teenage daughter was about 10 weeks pregnant. This was a very scary moment for the mother and daughter, Maddie said. I started missing my period 2 months before me and my boyfriend broke up, and I never really said anything. I just kind of brushed it off because I was hoping it wasn't true. Denying it made it feel like it wasn't real. I just was too scared because I had also had irregular periods before, so I was also thinking maybe that's what's happening again. Normally, I would have told my mom, she's my best friend, but at that moment I didn't tell my mom because I was so scared and I didn't want to disappoint her. After her mom told her what the doctor said, the 13-year-old had a mental breakdown and burst into tears. She thought her mom was going to be very angry with her, so she kept apologizing to her. However, unlike what Maddie expected, her mother responded differently. She said to me, "Maddie, don't cry. It's happened already and we cannot change the past, we just have to embrace the future. You've made your mistake, but I also love babies. Together we'll get through this. You're a strong girl and you'll be fine." Her mom's support was exactly what Maddie needed. She stated that although her mom was unhappy about the situation, her mother's reaction made her feel more relaxed and gave her the strength to handle the difficult period. For the next few weeks, no one knew Maddie was pregnant. Only her mom, 2 of her friends, and her stepdad knew she was carrying a baby, but this was because she was very skinny and it took some time before her stomach started to show. When Maddie told her ex-boyfriend that she was pregnant, he had pretty much the same reaction she did. Isaac thought she was joking and he didn't believe it until it was confirmed by Maddie's mom. After 12 weeks of gestation, the mother-to-be had her first ultrasound. Maddie states that this was an important moment that changed everything for her. Seeing her baby's sonogram made her realize that this was meant to be, and that's when she was excited to be a mother. However, Maddie's pregnancy was a bit difficult. Her morning sickness was so severe that she couldn't eat. And this is why she was so skinny, and it also affected her baby, she said. "When I had my ultrasound, I remember hearing my baby's heartbeat. It was so cute and sounded like ocean waves. The next moment after that was very troubling. I was told there were complications because I wasn't eating very much. The baby's weight was low. She was weighing low for several weeks. It became worse when I was told that she had a heart issue. The sonogram person said there was an abnormality, so I had to see a specialist." She went to the specialist for 2 reasons, because her baby was not big enough and the supported heart issue. Thankfully, the doctor laid her fears out and told her that her daughter's heart was fine. Although she had no complications, her pregnancy was a challenging one. The pregnancy was excruciating. I had morning sickness for about 5 months, all day, all night. I actually cut into my trimester, which was horrible. I remember not being able to leave my room, I could barely eat, and it was just the worst thing. At this point, Maddie also had a larger support system. Everyone knew she was pregnant and they supported her. Her best friend called her regularly and her classmates also kept in touch. Although her life was now completely different from theirs, they tried their best to make sure she didn't feel left out. However, while she had large support, she also had people who were horrible to her. Now that everyone knows I'm pregnant, some people's reactions confirmed what I was scared of while my friends were supportive. Well, not all my friends. Some people said unbelievable things. I didn't get a lot of negative reactions, a lot of hate. Everybody had something to say and they didn't hold back. People would say you're ruining your life. I had people send me the address to abortion clinics when I was about 7 months pregnant. I was so depressed. There were days when I was very happy and other days when I considered adoption or committing suicide. But I took all that negativity and I shifted it. I said, this is my life. Maddie used the bad comments she got from online trolls as the fuel to spur her on to be a better person and mother for her child. Her baby was healthy, and after 39.5 weeks, the medical staff induced her labor. Labor induction is a process of treatment that stimulates childbirth and delivery. Induced labor can be more painful than natural labor. In natural labor, the contractions build up slowly, but in induced labor, they can start more quickly and be stronger. To avoid her dealing with much pain, the doctors gave her an epidural. An epidural is a procedure that injects a local anesthetic into the space around the spinal nerves in your lower back. This anesthetic helped block the pain from Maddie's labor contractions and during the birth very effectively. After 12 hours of labor, Maddie gave birth to a healthy baby girl. She named her Everly, and the infant weighed 6 pounds at birth. She had no medical issues and didn't need to be taken to the NICU. After the little girl was born, Isaac requested a paternity test because he still had doubts whether Everly was his daughter. He said, "I thought it was all just a joke, like it wasn't real. And then when she showed me the scan, I felt scared. I was really scared. I just couldn't accept the fact that it happened. But it happened." Maddie had the most hate for me, which was correct. I messed up right there. I feel like it would just be a lot better if I would have come out like, "Hey, this is my daughter." Because of his doubts, he missed the first 10 months of his daughter's life. However, Everly's parents have since reconciled. They have put aside their differences and found a way to co-parent their daughter because they know it's the best thing for their little girl, Maddie said. "So many people assume I'm a bad mom just because I'm a teenager, but I have the same capacity to parent as anybody else in the world. Isaac and I have both found a way to make it work because we both want what's best for Everly. A good mom is someone who drops everything for a child. I dropped my whole childhood. I do everything for that little girl. She's my entire world. I feel like she can just have such an impact. She wants to be the first astronaut on Jupiter." Maddie states that Everly is the best thing that's ever happened to her. She's helped her grow and become a better person. Although she initially had to sell almost all of her things to buy clothes for her daughter, she and Everly are now in a much better place financially. She's bought a house, while her daughter, who's now 4 years old, is doing well in school. Maddie plans to attend college to study psychology. She's very proud of herself and her daughter. What part of Maddie's story did you find most interesting? Let us know in the comments below, and see you next time. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.